So thank you, Chris, for joining this call today with us. We have been having a lot of communication between you and me, and I completely understand your perspective about the data which you are trying to look into this particular market. And because of the budget and the way you wanted to proceed ahead, I spoke with my management, got this special approval to share the older version of the report edition with you without putting any commercials on it, and you also obliged for that particular offer so that you get some insights about this particular report and the published data. So today, from our end, there are two more gentlemen who are joining us. Raj Sinha, he's our senior research analyst, and Mayank Chaudhary, he's my assistant. They have connected from the headquarter, which is situated at India. I'm currently at UK location. So Mayank and I handle the commercial, and as I said, Raj is our senior research analyst who has also handled this particular publication of report. And it will be a great interaction session for you to interact with Raj about the report and their content. So that's from our side as an introduction. From your end, we wanted to understand what is your agenda with this particular data, and what all things you are planning in future with this particular report and your project, which you're on board right now with.
Thank you. I've got a new concept for shotgun cartridges that a patent is pending for, and that process is ongoing. It's not an instant process. Alongside that, the concept is not market ready yet. It requires, I need to solve a manufacturing issue, and that is basically get it mass produced at the appropriate price. And then there is a secondary issue in terms of the machinery to load it into the cartridge cases. So I'm going forward on both those as we speak. Now, clearly I need to find additional capital. And the additional capital, I've got sources that I need to do a presentation to. At the moment, for our company's house, I know what the UK market is, or as accurately as I need to know it at this stage. I just want a feel for what the world market is. And of course, it depends if the product could dominate the world market for sporting shotgun ammunition for game shooting. It could just be a niche part of the market, depending on price and market acceptance. So in terms of going to my potential investors, I know the UK market. I just want a taste of what the European market is. And then that just provides the incentive, because the UK market, we can probably make it pay, and then the option of taking it around the EU market and potentially the world market. If we've got it cracked in this country, we have that option available. And at that stage, clearly, one, we need big money involved, big investment, and two, obviously, we need very good market research. But at this stage, it's just a taste of the UK market to understand, or the UK market, a taste of the European market, possibly USA market, just to understand the potential, just to entice my investors. And that is really all I'm looking for at this stage.
Understood. Understood. Wonderful. We can definitely come on board on this particular agenda. And I strongly believe the published report, we have been publishing this report on quarterly basis. We keep on updating on quarterly basis. And this is the 7th edition of the report. So it will be really great matter to take it forward and help you on this particular one. So we'll just quickly introduce to Mr. Raj. Hi, Raj. How are you doing today? You're on mute. You're on mute. Sorry. Raj, I can't hear you. You're on mute.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Hello, Nick. How are you?
All good. How are you doing today?
I'm good, fine, thank you. Hello, Mr. Chris, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Yes, how are you?
I'm good.
Good.
Yeah.
We've got
So,
sun here
yeah.
after a wet weekend.
Okay. So, yes, currently what we can do is that we will present you the report edition which we have currently published. And you can go through the content which is there, wherein we will be providing you the information related to the different market sizes for different countries along with the different regions so that you get an idea that how the market has been performing since last few years and what is the projection which we have currently. Besides this, we can also help you to understand that who are the leading players, how is the what kind of products do they offer, and along with that, we have in a certain categorization done where we give you an idea that which product type, what kind of both sizes, and whether the defense industry is having more demand for the product or the sports or the recreational activities have the more demand for it. So such kind of information has been covered in the report. Besides this, we also cover the factors such as where we provide the information related to the pestle analysis, which is very important when we deal with such kind of market, because it is necessary to understand that what is the impact of the various political, economical, social, or technological factors which are going to impact the overall market. Thereafter, we also do cover the portal fire forces analysis, where you get an idea that how the various raw material suppliers or the end users demand or the competitor analysis, how it is going to impact the overall industry. So this is just a brief about what is the total report content. Now I will ask Raj or Mayank to just to screen you through the report
Yeah,
so that you get an idea of the total content, and we can then have a Q&A session posted.
sure.
Yes,
Great. So that's what we have been waiting for. Chris and I have been struggling to get the management's approval to share this particular report access, and we have the older version ready with us. So I'm sharing that particular screen now. Are you
yes,
being
I
able
can see
to
it.
are you guys being able to see the screen?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Is the content visible correctly?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
Yeah.
So should we start with the table of content, Raj?
Yes.
Okay. Proceed.
Yeah. So, can you directly shift on to the chapter two so that I can directly start briefing the content from there?
Okay. Here I am on second chapter.
Yeah. Can you scroll down a bit? I'm sorry, Chris, I do not have the direct access to the report. That's why I have to take the help from
Yeah,
no
Chris
problem
is
at all.
aware of it. Okay. Here's it is. Is it better?
Yes. Okay. So, as Chris, you are aware that there are majorly three different types of product types which are there in the shotgun cell. So, we have segmented the market based upon it. Along with it, we have also kept a small segment of others, wherein it is mostly based upon the customized requirements. So, if there is a certain kind of specialized requirements which are there, those kind of products are being categorized in the other segment. Now, as you can see, based upon the product type classification, there is a major demand for the birdshot, followed by the. Can you please zoom in a bit so that it is better to me state the numbers also? Yeah. So, as you can see that there is a major demand for the birdshot and the buckshot, and followed by the slug. Now, growth-wise, you can see that the demand for the slug has been in the positive direction in the last few years, uh, and there wasn't a negative impact as you are aware that during the COVID time period the market did fall down. Now, globally, if we have to identify, if we have to define the total sales revenue For the year 2021, it was approximately around 2,800 million, and the growth rate, the YOY for that particular year was 3.37. So this was the initial finding. So for the year 2021, the sales revenue was around 2,800 million. Now going downwards, Nick, can you go further down? And Chris, if there is any point where you want to stop me, please let me know.
No, thank you. It's given me a
Yeah. Uh, Nick, can you go? So here you can see that we have, can you zoom in the by application part? Okay. So here we have segregated the demand by application, wherein the military and defense and the entertainment and sports were the two major segments.
mm,
Now, uh, here as you can see that the demand for entertainment and sport has been increasing rapidly in the last few years, and when it is projected that the demand is going to increase in this particular segment, whereas the military and the defense segment holds the majority of the share. So the entertainment and sports are going to outperform in the near future, but currently military and defense do hold the major share, and it is going to dominate in the near future also. So, by shareholding wise, the percentage of military and defense segment will be roughly around 65 to 68%, and the entertainment and sports segment contributes around 30 to 35% of the total global market. Moving ahead, Nick, can you go for the regional part? Yeah, just a second. One page above. Yeah. So here we have segmented by the bore diameter. So here it is primarily being classified into less than 15 gauge, 15 to 30 gauge, and more than 30 gauge. As you can see that there is a very slight difference between the percentage shareholding of the less than 15 and 15 to 30. If we combine, if we consider them together, the less than 30 gauge or up to 30 gauge approximately holds the market share of around 65% to 70%, whereas more than 30 gauge holds to around 30% of the total market share. Now it is being identified that 15 to 30 gauge market segment is going to grow at the fastest growth rate, that is around 4 to 4.5 percent growth rate for the time period till 2028. So that is the focus. That is the forecast, and we consider and we have the findings that which suggest the market is going to perform uh, well for this particular segment, that is from 15 gauge to up to 30 gauge. Nick, just a second, one step above, one page above. Yeah, one more page, one more page, up, up.
Sorry, you're trying for the regional one?
No, the segmentation, the online and offline
Oh, okay.
segment.
Sorry, I missed that. Here it is.
Yeah, can
I'm zooming it. Here.
be. Yeah. So we have also segmented the market based upon the online and offline segmentation. But that is by the distribution channel. So as it is pretty evident that the market for the online segment is going to be on the very lower side as compared to the offline sales. However, it is being noticed that the online sales is going to increase, and there is a possibility that the market demand is going to increase for the online demand through online channel also. So that one segment we have identified, and we've noticed. certain pointers which support this increase in the online sales for this particular kind of product. Can we go further down where will be in the regional share? Yeah, can you zoom in this graph?
Yeah.
This stat chart, yeah. Okay. So the stat chart explains the historical market shareholding for by the different regions. Now, and the North America is expected to hold the largest share, followed by the Asia Pacific, then by the Europe, and then by Middle East and Africa, and followed by the Latin America. So this trend was being observed, and it is being seen that the market share holding for the North America and the Asia Pacific region is expected to grow, and it is expected to hold the largest market share holding in the next coming years also, followed by the Europe. So, and can we go to the numerical each individual charts? Yeah, we can zoom this also.
You want the North America specific only?
Yeah. Now, this chart explains the North America sales revenue, which was there for the period 2016 and the projected for till 2028. Now, as per our findings, the current North America sales revenue, it was noticed that the North America sales revenue for the year 2016 was around USD 950 million, whereas by 2028 it is expected to reach 1370 million. So that is the projected revenue for this particular region. And the can you move forward?
Yeah, Chris, do you have any questions?
Yeah, the one question, you're looking at various gauges, and if I want, when I'm ready to have more data, the 10 gauge market is very American specific because of their federal bird regulations. And the market we're really, the big market is the 12 to 20 gauge. Certainly in Europe, 12 to 20 is where the big market for sporting ammunition is. And then under that, the even smaller gauges, under 20 gauges, are relatively specialized. So if we wanted the data, and of course, then you've got the chamber length. Shall we say the 12 gauge, there are 2-inch cartridges. The common one, I say 2-inch, that's 50 millimeter. The common one is sort of 2.25 inch. 2.5 inch is probably two and a half inches the most common, but they go up 3 inches, not, and then you go to 3.5, which starts to overlap with the 10 gauge. So first question is really, can we actually, if I just wanted a specific gauge in a specific market, is that available? And second, have you collected any data within this on chamber length, the length of the cartridges?
Yes. So yeah, as you rightly stated, there has to be a further segmentation, and the data collection does take place in that particular manner only because when we are conducting our primary study, our objective is to understand the market size by each particular gauges, and but it is the final report which is being this particular copy of the report which is being presented to you, it was according to the earlier client's requirement, and they require this specific segmentation, due
Yeah,
to which
really asking for the next stage. Is it possible? That was the
yes,
it's a
yes,
rhetorical question in some ways.
ye-
Should we move
so
ahead?
yes. So moving ahead, we have the further charts which represents the market share for different regions and the expected growth rate in the till 2028. So similarly for the European region, the market size was expected. expected to be around. Sumanak.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. For the year 2016, the market was around 585 million USD, 585 million, and it is projected to reach 772 million by the year 2028. So this was the findings which we have for the European market. Similarly, for the Asia Pacific market, the market size was around 799, around 800 million for the year 2016, and it is projected to reach around by the year 2028 till USD 1200 million. For the Latin America region, the market size was around 80 million in 2016 and is projected to reach around 110 million by 2028. Whereas for the Middle East and Africa region, it was noticed that the market size was around 160 million in 2016, and it is projected to reach 210 million by the year 2028. Nicholas, can we move to the year uh, for the
The
for the
segment.
analysis where
Mm-hmm.
yeah wherein we can provide the information related to the country wise for each region.
Okay, I'm heading there. So these are basically the qualitative content, Chris, and you are also gonna get the access of this particular report. So even if we, because it's a brief introduction for us to share the report structure and how it works, so we might be moving to the quantitative part quicker. But when you get the access of this particular report, you can read out at peace.
Can you go further down?
Yeah. So the North America, is that the one you're
Yeah.
aiming?
Yes. So, Chris, as you can see that we have further bifurcated the market for the North America region, that is by each country wise, that is by US, Canada, and Mexico. So, as it is evident that the US market is the largest, followed by Canada, and then followed by Mexico. So, the market size for US was recorded to be around 670 million, 680 million for the year 2016, and by 2021, it was around 740 million. And further, I will let you know what's the market size projected to be by 2028. Can we move to
Yeah.
that particular table?
Yeah. Do you want to
So
split? Yeah.
yeah. So here, as you can see, that we also provide the information by each particular region, what is the sale or by different product type or by the different segmentation which we are offering. So the base earlier, as we earlier I have explained you the product type on the global level, what is the different shareholding for each different kind of product type. Here we are providing the information for each of the product type for each particular region. So, what is the shareholding for the birdshot in the North America region for the year 2016, and what was it by the year 2021 is being explained in this particular table. So, similarly, for each different kinds of product type, the information is provided. For as I mentioned that this information is covered for all the segments. So similarly, for by application, that is what was the share by military and defense in North America, entertainment and sports in North America, such information is covered. Based upon the range, the segmentation has been provided, and this information is also covered for each of the regions. Can we move ahead next? Similarly for the gauge and for the offline and online sales. Now, for the European market, can you zoom in? Yeah. For the European market, we have segmented it primarily by five leading countries, that is Germany, France, UK, Russia, Italy, and Spain. Now, Russia has been considered in the European region only, while we have been divided the geographies, and the rest of the Europe has been considered. The total the leading country in the European region was Germany, followed by the UK, and then closely followed by the France. Uh, Nick, can we move ahead? Similarly, we have provided the information for all the regional segmentation for each of the segment which has been covered in the report.
Because this is the format in which we have provided this particular information. So you can see the similar pattern for the remaining 5 regions has been break down into report. So should I skip those part and go to the forecast directly, Raj?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks brilliant, but it's something I need to physically look at and read and digest.
Yes.
Sure. Yeah, I have not covered most of the qualitative pointers right now over this call, but I believe Nick is going to share you the copy, and once you receive the copy, you can go through the content and we can
Yeah,
have. Now, just wait a second.
You want the CP?
One of the companies, yeah.
Yeah, here it is.
So here, as you can see, that we provide the detailed information for each of the companies operating in this industry.
yes.
So we have profiled the detailed information for each of the players along with the different product range, their business segments, their headquarter, their market position, their sales area, where all they are functional. Can we move ahead?
Yeah.
So here we do provide their revenue. That revenue is specific to the shotgun cell sales revenue and not the company's total revenue. What is the business strategy implemented by those players? There's SWOT analysis, wherein we provide the detailed information with what are the major strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats of that particular player for that particular player. Um, Thereafter, uh, wherever possible, the detailed information by the business strategy implemented by the major players and also the key developments which have been there in the industry for that particular player. So now by key developments, I mean, is there any recent new product launch the company has made or the merger or acquisition the company has entered into or any joint venture that has been recently there. So such kind of information is being provided wherein the data is being available. Uh,
Yeah.
can we go to the focus section?
Yeah, sure. Moving there. So this is the recent development which you were referring to, right? Raj, do you want to explain
Yes.
this? Yeah.
Yeah.
This was the company.
So this is one of the players, Vista Outdoors Operation LLC, wherein we have provided the information for the recent developments which are there. Can we go there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there was one of the news which stated the acquisition of Stone Glacier by Vista Outdoor in December 2021. So we do provide the detailed information for the same along with what is the impact of that particular development. Similarly, uh, uh, Vista Outdoor announced the agreement to acquire Foresight Sports. So similarly, what has been the impact of that particular development is also taken into consideration, and that has been also briefed down.
Raj, I must say this is a very detailed report. There are so many scrolls we have to do.
Yeah.
Yes, it's
So
Yeah.
here maybe the
good.
It is humongous data, and still Raj and I were interacting earlier. Chris, I would like to note, you to note this particular point. We were discussing it's one requirement through which we have created this particular report or published it and delivered it to exclusive rights to a company. But then there are other people who, as you rightly stated as well, you wanted it to be further customized. You wanted it, the splits should be designed in a way which appeals to your sales team or your internal teams to make strategic decision. So it goes in that level as well. So moving ahead, here's the forecast sections.
yeah. So globally, we expect the market to reach. Can you zoom in a bit on the right hand side?
On
Right
the
hand side table.
Okay, you want the numbers.
Yeah. So globally, we expect the market to reach around 665 million by the year end 2028, and in this, North America is still expected to dominate by the year 2028, also followed by Asia Pacific, and then by Europe, and then Middle East and Africa and Latin America. Whereas the Asia Pacific market is expected to grow at the fastest growth rate, whereas the shareholding still North America, because it is a major shareholder, will continue to dominate the market. And in North America also, globally, if we see on a larger scale, US will continue to dominate the market. Can we move ahead?
Yeah, here's the US.
Yeah. So each of the charts here will explain the how the market for each region has performed in each for each particular year, with the expected year-on-year growth for each particular region, and the similar information as we have provided already on the country level. That kind of information is also provided for the forecast data. I can brief, and also for the segmentation part. So as the information was provided for each region and the global level segmentation data, such information is also covered for each of the regions and countries, each region and on the global level, while providing the segment information. So as you can see here by the product type also, we have provided the information for birdshot, slug and buckshot and others, and what was their market share holding and how the market is going to perform by the year 2028. Can we move ahead? Similarly, which application is going to hold what amount of share, and what is the expected growth rate? Yeah, we can skip to the country part. Yes.
Yeah.
So, as mentioned, the US is going to continue to dominate the global market, and similarly in the North America region, it is also it is going to lead the market. So, the market size for the for the US is expected to reach around um, 1 billion by the year 2028, and followed by Canada and then by Mexico. And the total North America market is going to be around 1370 million by the year 2028. So similarly, such kind of information will be provided for all of the countries, for all of the regions which are covered. Um, Nick, can we move to the last part?
Yeah.
So here, the final research findings and conclusion will be provided, wherein we will be providing the information that wow, what was the market. It is just a snapshot of the total market segment, and as you can see that the market was around 2500 million in the year 2016, and is expected to reach around 3700 million by the year 2028, with an expected CAGR of around 3.9 to 4 4% by the year 2021 to 2028. So, and based upon the different segments, which are the different segments which are holding the what amount of market share and who is going to lead the market. So this is just a small intro that what kind of information has been covered in the report. Besides this, as you have noticed that we have scrolled through a lot of qualitative information. So that kind of information is also been covered in the report, and that is some kind of backup which you can say that, or it explains the reasons for why a particular segment or a particular region or a country is expected to dominate and how the market is going to change in the near future. So such pointers are being covered. Now I will like to move on to you, Chris, and let me know if there are any particular queries or questions which I can answer right now over this call.
Gentlemen, thank you very much for your time. There is an awful lot there to take in, and I asked the question on gauges for the future. At this stage, I think I just need to digest the report and come back to you, and that will take a day or two to digest it, because you can't simulate that amount of data in that length of time. So now I'm sure I will come back to you, but I just need to digest it.
Yeah.
Reflect on it. But thank you very, very much for your time.
Yeah. From the commercial side, I guess the feelings are mutual. There's a long report, and thanks to Raj and your team for gathering such important information and keep updating it. Though it was an older version which we have shared, which we are sharing with Chris because of the obvious reasons. But then he will also be able to comment on that, and I believe Chris, as we spoke, when you get the time to review the content, a small feedback email about the work, the tremendous work which Raj and his team has published. That will be really appreciated from the entire cognitive market family. And that's what we required from your end. And after we finish this call, I'll share the unlocked file on your name, so you will be allocated the report access of this particular edition which we have shared. Go through the content and give us a feedback, which will be really valuable for us on so many levels. Maybe research team will be able to understand their findings, and if you find any variation in it, we always welcome, as Raj and his team has always said, that if there is anything you find good or bad, you please report it to us, because that will keep us growing further and helping the other clientels as well.
Fully understand that. Yes, feedback is incredibly important on anything we do in life, and that's how we improve.
Thank you, Chris. So should we conclude this meeting on this note, and proceed ahead over the email communication? And we will always be in touch, Chris. Not only this particular report, any other report or your clients, or in future investment which you will make. If you require any service which involves market research, you have a companion now. Okay.
Very much indeed.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Mayank. Thank you, Raj. Thank you guys for your
Thank you.
time. Have a lovely
Thank
day.
you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.